Minnis! Minnis!
How we feeling? Everybody feeling good on this fantastic Friday? Oh my goodness. I keep doing more hosting and I hate hosting. I don't know what's up with me. Okay, Green. Are you liking the new fit? No? Let me see. Yeah? Come on now. I just put an order in for two more different colors. And then I want to make them. I want to make the masks. I think that'd be legit streetwear style. You know, come up with some different shit. But yeah, how many of y'all had a good day today? That's it? Just two people? Y'all had a good day today? That's what I'm talking about, bro. It's a great day today. Not just because of my birthday, it's because all you guys are here. And we're here to play a fire-ass set. I got my boy EASE and Zerktronic in the building all the way from San Antonio, Texas. Give it up. Well, bet. You know, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit of, you know, give some education to your ears about not my mask, but mask history and how that all correlates with us, with the family. You know what I'm saying? So I try to tighten it up all in one, but it honestly starts back from the Aztecs and the Mayans. You know what I'm saying? Aztecs and the Mayans used to wear masks to go to war. Some would be buried to, you know, continue in the after journey and protect them, and then others wore masks that, you know, kind of coincided with animals and, you know, intertwined with the gods and giving them power. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like when you see like Jim Carrey in the mask, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? But that power. You know what I'm saying? And that longevity in that, I wish it could say that it carried on straight to Lucha Libre, and every mask has like that real Aztec identity, but it doesn't. It doesn't. It's honestly split up into so many different families. You know, slightly after that, you have what's mixed with, you know, theatrics, and wrestling is theatrics. It's fake and it's scripted, but the hits are real. The blows are real. The acrobatics are real. All that you see is real, especially in Mexico. It's a little tight knit. The style is much stronger than the American side, and yeah, they just kind of developed their entire, you know, motion based off the acrobatics itself. But moving forward, you know, there was a guy who's pretty much the godfather of Lucha Libre that was created the Mexican League in 1915, and his name was Salvador Ludroth Gonzalez, and he was out, you know, pretty much just searching for talent, but specifically in the U.S. The U.S. Was very much just, you know, very basic, you know, simple style, nothing crazy, kind of like when you see high school wrestling, very Americanized. And during the Mexican Revolution, he wanted to kind of import these U.S. wrestlers to pretty much put on wrestling shows to distract soldiers and kind of give them the time to breathe. So, you know, same way as like cockfighting or gambling, wrestling was like that thing for them itself. And around 1942, that's when you see the first I'm sorry, I fucked up. All good, but we're gonna keep going. That's when you see the first luchador, one of the first luchadores, that was named La Maravilla Enmascarada. So basically, that whole identity came from a U.S. wrestler who went under the same name but Americanized. So it's pretty much the Masked Marvel. And around that time, his real name was Mort Henderson. Basically, it was at the New York International Tournament, and it was American wrestling, and people were just kind of over it. The show was not going right, everything was kind of going wrong. So this dude had a bright idea to make a quick black mask, sit in the crowd, and then from then on, kind of challenge wrestlers. So it kind of, stirred some type of commotion in the audience, and people didn't know what was going on. But people were so hip to it that they were just pretty much following Masked Marvel everywhere. Like, he was the new guy. This guy with the mask is that guy. He's gonna take over the entire thing, and he became a popular hit. It wasn't until Salvador kind of came across that whole identity and found somebody else by the name of Cyclone, and he had no mask, but he kind of wanted to kind of replicate that whole thing. So he went to the Spanish route, and it was La Maravilla Enmascarada, and he kind of looked like that. And the original guy, the US guy, looked like that. And so you see, that's right here, that's Mort Henderson, and then that's Masked Marvel, the first luchador. Then we hit the Mexican version. So moving forward, El Santo comes out in 1942 with Blue Demon, and it's a huge deal. Just like any other drama, theatric, whatever, good, evil, villain, hero, rudo and técnico. Técnico is a santo, Blue Demon's a rudo. And that kind of kept this whole thing going. The more masked wrestlers started to come into play, the more people got hip to the whole idea, and it became just a real cultural thing, and led to some really great matches. But these guys actually took it way further. And there's Mil Máscaras right there. There's another great. These guys went way further and went into cinema and started doing the good, the bad, the evil kind of situation, but fighting against mummies and doing the mummies of, with Dr. Frankenstein, or there's a mummies, the Guanajuato and Jalisco and different things like that. So these guys took it further. They were legendary icons just as much as you would see any other icon that you consider an icon. And these guys were great. A lot of people are kind of hip to Rey Mysterio, his whole take, but El Santo and Blue Demon were like the first originators and more so. Rey Mysterio is just more of a smaller part of the lucha history. So moving forward, the great thing about lucha history and making the move through and throughout, it's a tough ordeal, but when you land your place, and your mask kind of goes cemented within. So this is Sangre Chicana. Sangre Chicana is who we got our mask from, but before that he was Lemos, and Lemos was, I wish I could say it has a whole meaning, but it's a demon. And I'm not a demon, but they just kind of stuck with that, situation. So that's what it is. That's what was given to us. There's nothing we can do to change that. But I'm assuming he didn't like it, so he stuck with Sangre Chicana and moved on and ended up giving the mask to us. There's his unmasked, and then there's him masked and unmasked. And the great thing about this family, and when I say that it's engraved in the family alone, as generations go by, you'll see the son of, or the daughter of, or el hijo, and these second generations, third generations, even to today. There's newer pieces of Sangre's family to Rey Mysterio and his son, who many different luchadores that have offsprings that are decided, like, we're gonna step into the ring. They made that executive decision, and this is what I want to do. So they go through the ropes, they go through the training, and they make it their way. And that's exactly where my uncle was placed when wrestling with Sangre Chicana. It's like, yeah, I see you, you're ready, you're ready for the big time, so here's the name, here's the mask, and continue on. Now the great thing about when it comes to this family in particular, I think first and foremost it's kind of ironic, because during the Mexican Revolution, when they were kind of bringing in those US talent, it's come full circle now. Now the US is currently bought the Mexican League, and so most of those Mexican wrestlers that are wrestling today are about to kind of just merge into one big, huge, universe, for real. So moving forward, these are all the kids right here that you see. So Sangre Chicana Jr., La Hydra, which is like one of the top luchadores in CMLL, and you have Lady Chicana, El Hijo de Sangre Chicana, all these different people. So La Hydra, if everything goes well, she will end up in like stardom with WWE and that whole universe. So it's really excited to see, even though this isn't my family, it still feels like the family itself. So I'm honored. But moving forward from that, you know, guys such as Rey Mysterio, I know I walk around and people, you know, hey, Rey Mysterio, this is always like a thing that I hear. And I totally get it. Rey Mysterio is the only Mexican-American wrestler that is, you know, very much pioneered the way and took a lot of lucha libres with them and gave America a chance to see, you know, what that culture is. With the mask itself, with the novelties and all the merch and things like that, a lot of kids got hip to that. So his longevity and his stardom to all the way to Hall of Fame in 2023 has led him, like, you know, a staple within Lucha Libre, WWE, like everything as an entire whole, like a true pioneer. So, you know, for me and for our generation, most of us, this is our El Santo, if you will. So. Right here is my uncle, excuse me, that's Lemos Primero and Pops as well. And then you add my uncle Lemos Jr., that's Lemos Jr. by himself, Pops again. Now, one thing's for certain about the mask itself. One thing I've noticed is if you go back and look at the entire family, none of their masks are the same, actually. They're all split, they're all different, they all have their different renditions, and that's the beauty of the mask itself. It's like, the mask necessarily isn't like, it can't be defined by itself. Like, it's you know, we make it what that is. We want to see a vision for it. We want to see it go in a different direction and be collectibles and be something that's like, something that you're proud of. All of these have their own renditions, and when it comes to the things I want to do with my mask, you know, I'm highly focused on partial colors, but more textures, more of a street style look, more of stitching and sewing, and these products that really stand the test of time. You know, museum pieces, kind of what I'm looking at, but almost curated with entire fits as well. And that's really the goal. So shout out to my boy Ezra. That's Minnis number 2. And when it comes to a recent conversation, and I'm just legitimately hype about it. We have decided that, you know, learning how to make these things and some of the pieces that we put together is like seriously something that we want to like commit to and see, you know, just what we can whip up. I mean, I feel like I do a little bit of everything anyways. Not like one more thing, you know? Why not? Fuck it, make the mask itself. But all that to say, like, this documentary that we shoot is 2 things. It's a chance to document my father, because we're running out of time. My family's in Texas, I don't have a lot of time. And I'm the archive, as he calls it. The archive to hold on to all his masks, to his matches, all those pictures that he took, boxes of Polaroids and that have never got seen, and a lot that he saved over the years that you know, means a lot to me, because every time I find one, it's like a piece of gold. I'm like, holy shit, this is another moment in history. And so seeing that and being able to ask him these questions or hear, you know, about his matches and these things that he's been through as, you know, I think he's like pushing almost 60 and he's still wrestling, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure, you know, hey, I'm sure that man would die in the ring if it's up to him. And something about that dude's passion is so incredible, that the passion that you see instilled in me, I mean, I take that and I'm running with that. So I'm happy to announce the documentary by myself, Ezra, and our homegirl Sarai. And yeah, let's run it. This is El Baul de Las Mascaras.
What up? Lemos Dos, the Minnis from East LA, and this is the Baul de Mascaras. First off, this mask means a lot to me. It's a new generation mask that came out around 10 years ago, and this mask I used to work, I wrestled the Honky Tonk Man in Lido, Texas. We're gonna go to the next one. This mask was made by Rey Mysterio's mask maker Sergio in Tijuana, Mexico. Another mask made by Sergio in Tijuana. This is a Dia de los Muertos inspired mask dedicated to my wife. She loves Dia de los Muertos, so I made it for her. As you can see, all of Sergio's masks are Aztec inspired. And you see all the Aztec stuff here, the snake and everything, but what you don't see is the Catrina in the back. They all have them. I think what sets me aside is the fact that if you see me doing a show today and I'm wearing this mask and I have a show tomorrow and you're going to go to that show tomorrow, you're not going to see me wearing the same gear. It's going to be a different color. Totally a whole different color of mask, different jersey, different everything, different tape. It's the little things. And that's what sets you apart. You got to be different than everybody else. So I do my homework. I find out who's on the card, what colors do they wear. So now I got to pick out a color that nobody has, and that's the color I'm going to wear. At the time I had been in for like, I want to say about 4 years. I'd been in the Navy, right? And so I got stationed in Corpus Christi. On one of those, I had my first main event match. And so not even 5 minutes into the match, the guy's about to swing me to the ropes and he puts his foot on my foot and my ankle just went like that. Man. Sprained an ankle. And the next day I have to go back to work. And so here I am, in front of my commanding officer, and he's asking me how did I get hurt. And of course, I tried to lie and he said, nah, man, you were wrestling. And I thought all that was fake, and I said no. And so yeah, I was in crutches for like 2-3 months. That was the first one of my few Navy stories, where wrestling was actually involved. Another time in 2005 when I got deployed, I was on active duty, and I was going and doing the shows in Tijuana. And I wasn't going to wrestle, I was just going to check it out, meet talent, hey, how are you, whatever. And so they found out that I was going over there. And the first thing they said, we don't want to find out you're wrestling because you're government property. And I'm like, all right. And so no, I couldn't do it.
This is for the raza. Yeah.
What was the most memorable match for you? The one that stuck out the most out of your entire career?
There's been a couple of them. I mean, I've worked in the wrestling business. Chavo Guerrero Sr., I've worked him. El Psicodélico, the Honky Tonk Man, ACH. Bunch of guys in the business. But the one right now that sticks out and who's a big thorn on my side is that guy Santa Chiva. Never ending. Every building we go to, it's chingazo tras chingazo, man. Never ending. A thorn on my side. Can't stand him. But nonetheless, there's been others, man. There's been a lot of good talent, man. It's out there. We got one or two shady ones, but hey, what can I say? That's the business, But I enjoy being el rudo, being the bad guy and telling the people to shut your mouth. This was old school. Been around for a while. Used and abused. Many fights in Mexico, many fights all over Texas. I don't really use it as much, but I still have it. But it put up with a lot of crap. It's beat up big time. This one actually I got the idea from my wife, who likes to wear nice clothes and gets all glammed up. And one day she wore turquoise with red, and I said, I'm gonna get me one with turquoise and red. Very few people have my mask, so I don't give them too easy. It's a form of respect. I'm grateful. I appreciate that that person did something for me. Like I said, I'm not just gonna give a mask to anybody for the heck of it. It's got to be for a reason. It's always a family thing. It's always a friend thing. I mean, it's like I like to think that my masks are one of a kind. So if I give you a mask, it's for a reason. Like I said, not just anybody has them. I like this mask, but sometimes, you got to part with them. And so this mask, as a thank you, it's going to be going to Ezra. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for the hospitality. Thank you for hanging out with my son. I hope you like it. Now, this mask was made by a mask maker from Juarez, and he figured, hey, I'm gonna make you a mask, and if you like my masks, you know, we can come up with something. But could never get a hold of the guy, so I figured, well, I still like it. I still wear it. It's actually the mask maker Tony decided that he would come up with a different idea, so we started bouncing ideas and just got away from the Aztec thing, you know, we had, and he just came up with this one. And last but not least, this mask is dedicated to my mother-in-law, Zulema Valtierrez. She was a breast cancer survivor. So I had the mask made for her. It's got the pink with the purple, and then as you can see, the back area has got the breast cancer. And so it was dedicated to her. Will I ever stop? No, probably not. I'm like my wife. She likes to buy clothes and she likes to buy purses, and I like buying my masks. I like colors. This is nothing compared to masks that I've given away, masks that got torn, messed up, beat up. I had to throw them away in the trash can. To your question, I'm always buying something, a pair of boots or something, some kind of gear. And it's always going to be like that. It never changes. Keep working, man. Keep grinding. Say it once and I'll say it again. Get up in the morning, put in the grind, go to work, do the homework, do the math. That's the Minnis way. I'm Lemus Dos, and this has been El Baul de Las Mascaras, sponsored by Mobb.
Minnis.
Man, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, man. Holy shit. That was crazy. All right, well, shit. Let's talk some shop, man. To my first two guests, Sarai and Mr. Ezra Minnis. Come join me. Y'all give it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here's the mask that Ezra was gifted. My God. Yeah. Y'all give it up for these two. Let's go. Can I get that mic? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. There you go, there's that, brother. Oh yeah, first one. How you feeling?
Right now?
I picked the two shyest people to speak right now.
Hey, literally.
We're gonna keep it short. But no, first and foremost, I want to give Ezra his flowers. I met Ezra about 2 years ago, and you know, at the shop, worked through Mobb and stuff, and developed you know, just a solid relationship. Ezra, his last name is actually Minnis. I always like that fun fact. So he's Minnis brother number 2, and yeah, Ezra's just a hard worker, a leader, and is just down for fucking creating shit. And I love it. I love it so much. It's fucking infectious. Like any ideas that we can put on the table, he's not opposed to it. We can always talk through and work shit out, and just come up with the solution here. So give it up for Ezra. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So tell me, bro. Like, it was kind of our first time going back to Texas for a little bit. I know for you as well. Just the state in general. You're originally from Houston, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir. And born and raised?
I was born there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But raised majority over here, right? Because it was only
Majority
like
over here.
like
This
6
became
years.
my home eventually.
Right, there you go. For sure. So being back in Texas, what was being back in Texas like, and also just being in San Antonio in general?
It was refreshing. I was scared to go back to Texas. Honestly, you know, that's where all my family's from. So
Yep.
I wasn't ready to go back there.
Yep. It's definitely a lot to unpack in Texas.
But it was exciting. I got to see how FK got to grow up. I got to see his father's place, and that place looked like a movie set. Like all the history that you see, all the family, just you can see it all. He displays it all. It's just a lot of love throughout all the house.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's funny because I asked people from San Antonio themselves and just different people, I was like, what's the best barbecue in San Antonio? And we could say a number of places here, but nobody has a spot for San Antonio. It's just the weirdest thing, and Texas prides in its barbecue. But I literally just say, like, my dad's backyard. That's where you get it at, you know? The backyard party, you know, the cookout, the beer. My dad has like every selection of beer you can think of and every liquor you can think of, so you are taken care of. You honestly don't need to bring anything, but he will say some shit if you don't bring anything, so. But, no, that's dope. And, you know, what was going through your head when you received this mask? I really want to know that because I don't think I've ever asked you.
Honestly, I didn't expect that at all, especially on our trip. So that was a big surprise. But again, I feel like the way his dad has Apple Crown.
Apple Crown Thursdays.
Apple Crown Thursdays.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a good time at his place, he's very like inviting everybody's friends and family over. But and that's how it felt when he gave me the mask. I felt like family because just like as soon as I got there or as soon as we even met, he's always just been. It feels like he's always like you know, willing to give me advice. You know, and I'm always appreciative to hear this because I know he's experienced an interesting life. I'm always trying to learn. So
hell yeah, man.
Always felt
hell yeah.
family.
And from that trip itself and the time of that trip up until now, like, what has your inspiration been? What has your mind been on as far as a creator and an artist? Is there anything that you're looking forward to just within your creative journey and you know, for this year itself? Or are you just kind of going with the flow?
That's honestly it. That's honestly been my life, is just going with the flow. And I'm just grateful that I've gotten to do the things and experience and be with all my new friends that feel like family. And I get to work with them.
Yeah.
So,
hell yeah.
just, I've never thought I'd be able to experience life like this. So
100%.
Grateful.
Yeah.
Continue to be grateful and just learn. And I'm grateful that we've created like a brotherhood.
Yeah, come on now. The whole, hey, listen, the whole mob, I could speak, we fucking love you, dog. Like, we appreciate you and all your hard work for sure. And definitely does not go unnoticed. And Ezra's actually learning how to DJ too, so another thing to the pot. Let's get it. He getting there, man. Honestly, Ezra has a fire selection, so I'm excited to see when the decks actually become a full thing, and you know, he just wants to get an hour set in, he'll go off. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. So for the people, it's still Mental Health Awareness Month. You know, what are some mental health practices that you know, practice every day just to, you know, get through as a creative, and you know, what can you give to the people?
Pacing myself. Pacing myself is a big one.
Right. There's no rush. No rush.
Burnt out before, and I'm sure everyone can relate to that experience of burnout. So pacing myself is a big one right now.
Beautiful, bro. Beautiful. Pace yourself. There's no rush in this life. Just relax, create, control the things you can control. For sure. Dope. Fucking Ezra. Y'all give it up. Give it up one time.
I would love to hear her perspective on things for sure.
Hell yeah. Sarai, welcome. Thank
Hello.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, 100%. It's good to have you. I know we haven't had a chance to talk a whole lot of depth, so I love this moment that we're having right now.
Yes.
She actually edited the Minnis Way, which is another one on YouTube. It's a conversation between me and Pops that we did at Mobb, and I mean, you did an amazing job. All of it was just put together so beautifully, and it definitely wooed me away to the point where I wanted to kind of keep working with you on stuff, because I feel like you have that vision as well. So how long have you been editing and creating?
Editing goes way back to college.
Okay.
Since I studied journalism, so that's kind of how I got my start in like the editing world, because I studied multimedia, so that's kind of how I got my start. But you know, I've kind of gone in and out of like the creative space, but more recently, I would say like in the past 2 years, I would say.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to practice and like hone my skills, specifically in video editing, and kind of just like broaden my skills in that.
Super dope. And what do you use for video editing?
Premiere.
Premiere,
is my
beautiful.
go-to, just
Hell yeah.
because I was trained in that.
That's definitely one I haven't learned for sure. I'm a
Yeah.
Da Vinci guy, but I hear great things about either or.
Yeah,
so
yeah. So I'm
it's-
trying to transition into.
For sure, yeah.
Actually.
Hey, listen, that color grading system is nuts. Like, I love how detailed and very user-friendly it is, for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously a lot of this was kind of like an in-the-moment situation, especially with this. This is, I don't know, like almost like a last-minute idea. I think the thought was there, but it wasn't fully complete when, you know, coming to San Antonio. I think it was just, you know, for me, when I create it, a lot of it can have like somewhat of a foundation, and then I just kind of add as I go, and I kind of get to a point, and I know like I'll get it. Just like let me finish it, like I got it for sure. So, like, how do you work when it comes to, you know, what's your process like when it comes to editing? Do you get like in a good mental space? Do you have everything super organized? Like, what's your process like? Walk us through that.
Well, I can speak to like the videos that I made for you, like,
For sure.
because like those two came to me in the sense of like, hey, like I have this project that, you know, if you're interested in working on this, and I was like, yeah, like I'm down, especially because I really love music in a sense, and I also love like culture and things like that. So I was really excited to be able to kind of dip my toes into that more specifically. But I would say with these, like it really became like just being able to like take in all the footage and then kind of see like how to work with it. So I kind of tend to do that a lot, especially when I work on my personal projects, and I don't really have a specific structure or a specific direction of like where like this needs to go. So I feel like I take time to like sit with it first, just like go through it, like sit with it first, and then kind of just, you know, that's where like the imagination part comes in, and I
You let
just
it
try-
like marinate a little bit. And
yeah, and I try to visualize like what I want it to look
Super
like.
dope.
And part of that process is just like closing my eyes.
Okay, cool.
But it's cool because like, I mean, you have the music, like you have like the essential part, I feel like, to a lot of videos, which is like the music part.
Yep.
And so like what you've been working on, like that first video, I mean, like that was to like releasing your, was it your second album or mixtape?
Yeah, the Rudos tape, the instrumental tape, yeah.
So part of it was that too, like going through and listening to that, I think was very helpful in like kind of guiding that process of like what I wanted it to look like.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. Now, set aside from mine, is there any other video that compared that you just had a great, you know, feeling in? Anything else that maybe your work has kind of been out there for people to check out?
I feel like I'm slowly starting to get to that point where like my stuff, you know, is gonna come out. I feel like this has helped a lot, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. Dope. Hell yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
not that I can think of how, like I've worked on a few projects, but like off the top of my head, I'm just kind of like going
Super
blank
dope.
right now.
Okay. Cool. And so besides, did you have a question?
Okay, so what are your? She wasn't on the trip at all, and she had to edit all this. What are your thoughts on like seeing everything for the first time? Just all the footage you went through.
I mean, it was a lot of masks. I feel like that was my first thought process, but like it makes sense, especially with the career that your father has had. So I think again, like just sitting with it and also like hearing his like anecdotes about certain masks and like the experiences that he has had was really interesting. So then the next part was kind of just like, how am I going to present this in a way that it makes sense to other people who, because again, like I wasn't there as well, like I don't know your father personally. I would love to meet him one day. So I feel like that kind of was my thought process, like this was my first time going through all of the footage. I think also editing the first video has helped a lot because I did learn a little bit more history about your family. But yeah, I think then that was like kind of the second step, is like, how am I gonna present this to people who want to get to learn more about like the mask and stuff.
Yeah, how to take an idea and really like regurgitate it out, so it's like, you know, just a respectable piece of artwork for sure.
And then you had a vision for it too, so I think that kind of helped too, is like laying out like, okay, which masks are, you know, the most important, or which ones do I want to like highlight. So I feel like that like did help a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. You know, first of all, give it up for her, because I mean, just the editing on there was just beautiful. Both of them. If you haven't seen the Minnis way, it's on YouTube. Go back and look at that first one. It's just really dope. And I'm excited to continue to work with you for sure on some projects. Is there anything that we should look out for in 2025, or what do you do besides editing and all that stuff?
I do photography sometimes, so I do a lot of, again with like in music, a lot of local music photography, so going to shows and concerts and stuff like that, so I do hope to kind of broaden, just my skills in that and put stuff out there.
Dope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and where can people find you?
I would say the best place is my Instagram, so it's Ari Sari Vega.
Perfect. That's perfect. And lastly, again, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. Are there any mental health practices that you focus on, trying to get through your days and as a creative and your life, your journey?
I would say maybe like 3 things. Like journaling, I feel like is a very cliche one, but I think it can be very helpful just to like spill out everything onto a page, especially when it comes to things that you want to do within your career and like your creative practice. I feel like that helps a lot. Running is a very instrumental thing for me. Like I love to run. I love listening to music while I run, and that's where I get a lot of my ideas actually. So that helps. And then the last one, I forgot.
All good. I think those are 2 strong ones, honestly. Yeah, there's nothing like a good run, honestly, and just that peace of mind. Turn off your phone and just reset yourself and stuff like that. So I appreciate both of you so much. Y'all give it up for these 2 real quick. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give you some love. Y'all keep it going. Keep it going for these 2. Thank you so much. Yep. Super dope. And look at this mask. This mask is amazing. It's beautiful, and that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. It's like just pairing up something nice that is, I don't know. I'm sure my dad was just like, "Whoa, this is a lot." He's more simple, but I tell him, I was like, step outside the comfort zone a little bit. I know we're focused on colors and stuff like that, but let's look at some other stuff. But he's like, I'll leave that up to you. I was like, perfect. We're good then. But let's bring up our next 2 guests. Y'all give it up for EASE and Zerktronic. Yeah. I need some more noise. Come on, lad. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. What's up? Yeah. I'm digging in my crates right now, bro. I love it. Dope. You got the mic right there. Zerk, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, he's ready to tear it up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. EASE, how you feeling?
I'm excited, bro. Yeah. Last time was insane, so I'm looking forward to the same kind of energy tonight.
Oh my God. How many was here was last time? Last time, anybody was, y'all were here? No? Yeah? All right. Let's go. That's good. Nah, yeah, we tore it up.
Definitely excited.
Yeah. Movie This 2 is on YouTube. We've been watching that. Showing Zerk like what to expect, because he's never played here before. He's played in Kansas City since 2015 in a couple different spots as I moved through the city, but I'm excited for him to really show you guys what's up. I've known these guys 15 plus years. We went to high school together, and everybody had kind of these small different paths, but we always just kept a strong foundation, and we've been friends for a good while. So I'm super excited. But EASE, how's your DJ journey been in the last 2 or 3 years, man? I feel like you've been taking strides in many different cities.
It's been definitely a lot busier than I expected, especially this year. And a lot of it is thanks to you. I came out to Kansas City on a whim. I had some flight credits I needed to get rid of, so I came out here to visit him. And when I came through, he was like, "Oh, I got you booked for 3 shows." And I was just like, "Oh, all right." And so off of those shows, I was able to get other bookings, and it was just kind of like a domino effect. So I've been kind of back and forth between home and Kansas City for the past year or 2. It's basically my second home.
For straight.
And the people here are amazing, very welcoming. Shout out to Mobb, all the homies right here.
Let's go.
Very beautiful people, and just grateful and happy to be here for sure.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. What's the most recent show you did? You went to Corpus, right?
Yeah, I played OK Hi-Fi in Corpus Christi with my homegirl Etika, and we did 2 nights there. First night was like kind of like an R&B type of deal, very sexy, very smooth stuff. And then the second night we turned up a bit, and it was a lot of fun. It was during their like first Friday art walk event, so there was a bunch of people, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Definitely something different. Stepped out of my comfort zone and had a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Super dope, man. And in your time of DJing, like what's some prime, you know, lessons that you've learned, you know, within your growth as a DJ and creative, you know, yourself?
You can't please everyone, man.
Yeah.
I think that's a big one for me, especially for me. Like when I'm DJing, I'd like for whoever's booking me just to trust me with the music. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I'm up here. But a lot of the times, sometimes you get people that don't necessarily agree with what you're playing, and you kind of just got to keep the flow and the energy going for the rest of the people that are enjoying it, you know. So kind of got to bite the bullet, and just because it's one person doesn't mean the whole room ain't feeling it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
because there's been some times that there'd be some stories that you've told us for sure.
Yeah.
And time again, we talk about how the energy is different from San Antonio to here. People, I feel like, you know, here we're a little bit more receptive to new stuff, and we want to hear some good and different flavors and stuff. And it's very enjoyable because you guys allow us to utilize that canvas and really paint that picture for you guys. And you know,
I don't think y'all realize like how much we appreciate that as like DJs.
For real.
To let us do us and play what we have. Just show you like who we are as artists.
And it's places like this,
Yeah.
100%, that allow us to be intentional, just like here it is. I mean, everything you see is intentional. I feel like it's definitely challenged me as a creative, as an artist, to kind of move forward a little bit and think outside the box or add these little extra specifics that, you know, maybe just ain't doing in the next room.
Yeah, playing In The Lowest Ferns, it definitely makes you want to come with your A game and, you know, just expose people to something new, something different.
Yeah.
And it gives you the chance to dip into bags and genres that you probably normally wouldn't. Like I know I wouldn't, like back at home. So, yeah, really special spot and very appreciative of this space. Something special for real.
Super dope, man.
Yeah.
Super dope. Zerk, I mean, what's good, man? I mean, welcome back.
What up?
Welcome back, first and foremost, my
yeah.
guy. Man, like I said, I've been through high school with these guys, and Zerk has definitely been very instrumental into a lot of the shit I do when it came to producing beats, to just learning how to use CDJs. Zerk has always left the door open for us creatives and our crew to step into his house, learn, practice, you know, dig through his archive, and just definitely have left his platform as his own home, his studio, to, you know, allow DJs to, you know, find themselves in what they want to do, their style. So I appreciate you, bro. Y'all give it up for Zerk.
Of course.
Yes, sir. So in your process, Zerk, you know, obviously we've been doing this for a minute. What's your journey like been as a creative, as an artist? Because you're also a designer as well.
Yeah.
And
graphic designer.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's just, you know, just being occupied and just staying busy, you know, because as soon as you slow down, I feel like your creativity just starts to die off. And, you know, you just gotta keep moving, whether it's like doing little crafts or, you know, listening to music or reading books or going outside and touching grass. Like
100%.
Just gotta stay active.
Yeah. One thing I really enjoyed in recent times is the low maintenance graphics.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you know, we kind of just develop a like quirky little crew, but a lot of us are different creatives and stuff, and so every once in a while different designers will kind of put up like a little graphic with low maintenance crew on it and just a silly, you know, thing. And
it's important to make those things that have no meaning.
For sure.
Like you're just doing it for fun, you're not getting paid, you know, it keeps you going, you know, like
for sure.
You can't just create out of nowhere sometimes. You gotta like just do a bunch of little nonsense shit to like spark that big idea.
Right.
Yeah,
And you recently started like a San Antonio collective, like for designers, right? Like
yeah, so I started and this is like long as fuck, but it's San Antonio Association of Graphic Designers. And the reason why I chose that was because it's like kind of mocking the real highbrow design communities that are like, oh, we're the association of this and that. Like, it's kind of mocking that, you know. And I think it's fun and it's kind of dumb to say and it's funny. Like, I love shit that's funny, you know.
Yeah.
If it makes you chuckle, like, it's worth it.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, man. And I think it's platforms like that that you recognize the city needs, you know?
Yeah, there's nothing in San Antonio like that, and it amazed me.
No, for sure.
If there was, I would have joined it, you know, but there wasn't, so it's like, you build it and they come through, kind of.
100%.
You know, for the community.
Yeah, so what would you say is one artist that inspires you on the DJ side and one artist that inspires you on the design side?
DJ, I would have to say like Amadizi or like DJ Sluggo, real ghetto house, ghetto tech, real shit that was made in like the basement of your home with old records, and like, you know, you're just using what you got, your resources that you have to create something that's different, something that the community kind of understands. Stuff that's like not so highbrow, you know, because I think music is for everybody. It shouldn't just be for a certain crowd or whatever.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. And what about in the design community or design idols and influences that you follow?
Design, it's more of just like architecture or like time periods, like Art Nouveau or like Bauhaus or you know, the whole David Carson, Ray Gun magazine era where it's just chaotic, like an organized chaotic mess.
Yeah,
and,
love it.
You know, just experimentation, scanning in shit, taking photos of textures.
Yeah,
you know, just using everything that's around you.
Yeah,
like,
I'll definitely never forget, there's a tape I released that was after my grandfather. I got to acquire 5 of his records, you know, kind of, you know, during the time of his passing. And so, you know, I took those records, made a whole tape out of them, just his favorite selections, and you were able to kind of scan some things in and piece together some stuff. So it was really cool to kind of see you as an early designer, really, around that time.
For sure. Yeah, that was early work.
Yeah, for sure. And so, EASE, what would you say are your influences when it comes to music and the style that you play? Because you play a lot of like bass, R&B, you know, drum and bass. You know.
Yeah, I pull inspiration from everywhere, bro. Whether it's you, Zerk, you know, a lot of the time it is the homies. Like watching you DJ, watching him DJ, and then I always do my digging at home, like through SoundCloud and Bandcamp and things like that. Just trying to find those real like obscure pockets that people aren't too familiar with. As far as like inspiration for my sound, back home, shout out Forum Sound. They really put me on to really like the foundation of the music that I play today. Whether it's the deep bass music or even like the slow chill stuff, they really help me in a lot of ways, putting me on a different kind of music and helping me form the sound that I do have today. So
that's dope.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I pull inspiration from everywhere, bro. I could be scrolling through Instagram, I could be watching a movie, you know,
just
whether it's vibes or sounds, like, you know, it's always just something that I'm like subconsciously like on the look for. Like even when I'm not even trying, like I'll hear like a tune in a show and I'm like, oh shit, like that's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like constantly on the look for something like a new sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Anything that sparks us that can help our DJ sets and you know, just everyday life shit. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So on everyday life shit, what are some mental health practices that you focus on, you know, to get?
Music is medicine, bro.
Yeah.
It's so powerful, and I will say that definitely helps me get through a lot of my struggles and a lot of my down times. You know, just finding music that you can resonate with and relate to, and just puts you in a better place mentally, emotionally.
For sure.
Like I said, music is medicine. Very powerful thing. So I'm constantly just like, of course I try to find music that like I can DJ and like, you know, people can have a good time with it, but I'm also looking for music for myself that
for your
resonates
soul.
with me. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Music for my soul that just feeds it, you know what I'm saying? So I would say, just keeping myself in tune with music that I really resonate with, and just making sure I get enough rest, man. Like, I know we're all busy, we all work a lot, man. We gotta prioritize rest as well, man.
Yeah, get your rest, man.
Yeah.
Don't fucking slow down.
Yeah, I know everybody has their 9 to 5s or their entrepreneurships and things like that, but you can't run that stuff if you're running off. I mean, you can, but it's not best that you run it off of like 2 hours.
It's not quality.
Get your rest,
Yeah.
stay hydrated, people, and
For sure.
keep going, man. Keep grinding.
That's what I'm talking about. And Zerk, what about you? What's mental health practices that you focus on from time to time again?
Just like taking time to just breathe and kind of like soak in whatever the fuck's going on in your atmosphere and shit,
Yeah.
you know, and like not just being overwhelmed by what's at hand.
Yeah.
And not freaking out, because if you freak out, everyone's gonna freak out.
Oh, 100%. That shows.
Yeah, and then also just don't be an asshole to yourself, you know, like we're all our own worst critic and sometimes we're a little too harsh and you gotta step back and look at your accomplishments, what you've done to get you to where you're at and, you know, and then where you're gonna go too, you know, where you're gonna succeed to if you keep on putting in that hard work that you do.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
It's just realizing what you got and don't take shit for granted.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm moving forward, man. Anything that we should be looking out for this year? Anything that you're working on?
Yeah, so I'm gonna drop a series of like house, jungle, and like booty tech tapes, hip hop tapes.
Yeah.
Got some collaborations if these artists hit me back up. You know?
Hell yeah, man. Some things that you want to put together and release.
Yeah. I'm really trying to make more music. I'm trying to make more just little bullshit graphics. Just staying busy. I'm just trying to stay busy.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Are you gonna make the cassettes again?
I want to make cassettes.
Yeah.
I want to like press some wax.
Yeah.
That's kind of my goal for the end of the year is to
That's
like
what's up.
do some wax. You know,
Yeah.
I love records. That's like my first love. That got me into DJing. First of all, you know, I was collecting vinyl and stuff. So
Man, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Y'all give it up for these two EASE and Zerktronic. Love it. I appreciate you guys having you guys here. Welcome back to the city. Before you leave, dog, I want to gift you, and for me and Pops, I want to gift you your very first mask today. You reached that honor, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is yours, brother. This is yours. Yes, sir. Give it up for EASE, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. This mask is special. There's a couple of the masks that me and Pops have given away have been new, and then some have been worn. This one was wrestled against Robbie E, who's now part of like TNA Impact, AEW, things like that. So he kind of made it in his stardom. But my dad likes to put a stamp on Lucha Lotus and wrestlers that he's wrestled in his time. So he's like, you know, I was like, hey Dad, I think it's time we give EASE his mask. What do you think? He had two options, and I feel like, man, green is the color. Green is the color for this year. It is for me.
he's gonna cry in the car.
Yeah, he's gonna cry in the car. Hell yeah, but yeah, 100%, 100%. You know, a lot of people, you know, some of y'all are like, all right, why green? What the fuck? Let's deal with that. And there's a lot of different answers that I could say that I have in my mind, but after getting off the phone with my mom yesterday at that midnight call, she said one saying: green is go, bitch. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And so, green is go. I'm happy to have you here. He's coming back to the city more and more. These two gentlemen are just on their way, and I appreciate the love and support so much. And that's it. That's that. We can get this fucking going. Let's fucking party up. We can shots up. Yeah. Zerktronic is up first. Let's get it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Twin 45s on my side, a ruthless killer, filled with Mexican pride. I'm wanted, dead or alive. I'm death for the battle on the back of a horse with no saddle. So guard your brakes and make a stage coaches. The next time motherfucking Kid Frost approaches, cause I'ma take you out is my motto. I'm eating out the worm out the tequila bottle. I got my boots on the table. Once again it's something that the tombstone salute. They said the deck had 5 aces, so I strapped on my weapons and took 10 paces. I turned around, was the sound. Now there's a dead man laying on the ground. A notch in my gun cause it's like this. And then I took a piss in the dead man's head. Bam, Seeger, wouldn't wanna be ya. Blasting on fools like